Welcome to Burn the Ship. This is the podcast where we connect entrepreneurs with professionals that can help you go all in on your business. We talk to people that have walked the walk, talked the talk, been through all the things that we experience as small business owners, and are willing to share those experiences with us so that we can run a more successful business. Thank you very much for your time today. It means a lot to me. Anybody that shares time with myself, with the audience, to teach us something based on what you've been through is very, very valuable to us, and that time means a lot to us. So I wanted to say thank you for that first of all. But why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell
Thank
us
you
a
for
little bit
having
about
me.
yourself and your business. Yeah, anytime.
Sure. So I started out, I'm a medical massage therapist, and I started out in healthcare back in the early 2000s. I found my niche as a patient advocate, helping people navigate the medical and mental health system. I also did healthcare HR and operations. I loved what I did, but I wanted to interface more with patients and have more impact on healthcare as a whole. So in 2018, 2017, actually, I went back to school. I already had a bachelor's in psychology at the time, and I had partially finished a degree in social work. I left school early. It ended up not interesting me. And in 2017, I went back to school to become a massage therapist and to leave healthcare entirely. My plan was to just do massage um, as an income and not necessarily in the healthcare space. Um, I continued on that journey. It took about a year to get my license. And at the end of that year, I was required, in order to graduate, to write a term paper on a subject related to massage therapy. I ended up writing it on migraines. And at that point, my teacher turned to me and said, "You're back in healthcare." So that was my start as a massage therapist. And then in early 2020, I took a continuing education class to become a medical massage therapist, because most of the patients that I was treating had chronic pain, migraines, hip pain, back pain, post surgery. And I really wanted the skills to be able to help them lead a better life.
So, what's that process has been like since then with completing your education, right? Like, how do you transition? How do you start day one of your own business? Did you start on your own and build your
Sure.
own clientele,
So
or did you
great
start with someone else?
question.
Or
Great question. Um, So it was kind of gradual. When I was in school, we were required to complete a certain number of hours of clinical work at home and then a certain number of hours in the clinic. And I asked friends and neighbors and people in the community if they wanted a free massage. Nobody says no to that, even if you're just starting out. So I got them on the table, I worked with them, and then they wanted to come back. And when they wanted to come back, I started charging them, I don't know, like maybe $30, $40 an hour, nothing major, just to kind of make it so that it was more of a therapeutic relationship and that the boundaries were clear.
sure.
And those became my first patients. And many of them are still with me today.
And so, where were you operating out of originally? Is it always kind of been your home, or?
So I did not live in this house at the time, but yes, it was always in my home. It was a separate room with a side entrance. It did not have a bathroom. This one does. And this one, the one that I started out from, had stairs. You had to go downstairs. I didn't love that because I was dealing with people who had hip pain and knee
Sure.
pain, and stairs for them is a problem. This office, you just literally walk right in. So that kind of took away that issue.
So, what was it like kind of getting started with your business? Did you go and build a website? Like, what was that starter pack for you from a marketing perspective, or has all your business always kind of come from the networking approach?
So I'm a big networker, but I also believe in a social media presence and a website. Um, I got help from a Jewish networking group that connects you with a mentor who will help you in whatever aspect of your business you need. And at that time, I needed marketing help. So she helped me come up with a different name for my business. And she helped me with the logo, what it should look like, what colors it should be, and all of that. And then I got somebody else to build the website for me, and it's still operational today.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's exciting. And what's kind of been that thing that you guys do particularly well that's helped you grow? Like, based on what you know about the rest of your industry, what has kind of been your superpower in this whole process?
So I think my superpower is really finding the core issue and fixing it, or at least making it a little bit better. Many people come in for a massage thinking they're going to get this fluffy massage, as it's called, and feel better for a moment or two, and then kind of go on with their lives. I like to impact a person's life on a functional basis. So even if they're not having an issue with pain or trauma, or they're not an athlete and they're not, going to go running tomorrow, there's still a functional aspect to the massage, even if they just want a relaxation massage. They get more range of motion, they get better at doing certain things. I had one patient who said, you know, she texted me right after her appointment and she said, "Oh, I can move my head. I didn't even realize that my head didn't move when I turned it to look behind me to back up the car. And now I was able to do it." So even functional things like that are important. Being able to write without having pain in your forearm or your shoulder, um, and being able to pick up your baby and holding them the correct way. For athletes, it's being able to know how to squat correctly, how to lunge correctly, when you're running, what your body mechanics look like, when you're running, being able to do it better because you got a massage right before or you got a massage right after for recovery purposes. So working like that. And then the other piece is also I work directly with my patient's healthcare team. So I'm part of their healthcare team. I work directly with physical therapists, occupational therapists, and physicians to facilitate the best outcome possible. So if I have a patient, for example, with multiple sclerosis, I'll contact their doctor and say, "What are you doing that I need to know about? And what do you need me to focus on?" Besides for what their goals are in therapy, I need to know what the doctor wants so that we can all work together as a team. And often that takes a lot of time outside of the treatment room, and that's okay because ultimately what I'm looking for is to get them better. Um, and the other piece I think that really makes me stand out is my years in healthcare and understanding the body, understanding how it works, and being able to tell you that you came in with shoulder pain, but really it's coming from the low back, something like that, right? Um, and in my practice, specifically, I believe in wellness over finance. So I have patients who come to me and they really need my help and they just don't have the money. So we work it out, whatever that might mean for them. If I need to lower the price, if I need to do a payment plan, some of them have third-party insurance, so that would be Aetna, Cigna, United Healthcare, all your, main health
Mm,
insurance companies. And for those, I write what's called a super bill, where I just kind of give them an itemized bill of what I did, how long it took, and how much I charged. And then they give it to their insurance company, and their insurance company will bill it as an in-network expense. So often I kind of do that and I'll work with the insurance company if I need to.
sure, absolutely. What from an obstacles perspective, what's been most difficult about this whole journey?
Sure. So, a couple things come to mind. I myself am chronically ill. I became chronically ill in February of 2020. My body stopped working and I couldn't walk or eat for about 2.5 years. I ate very soft foods, and I was using a walker and a wheelchair. Um, and during that time, I still worked. So, and I was in the old office, so there were steps to go down. So that was a huge obstacle, being able to conserve my energy enough to be able to give it to my patients, but not tire myself out entirely. It's been a journey, and it, I guess, ended with me kind of fine tuning the way that I do things and the way that I give massages so that I'm sitting more than I'm standing so that I conserve my energy, but I'm still giving them the maximum benefit of a massage. So that's definitely been kind of an obstacle that I've overcome. Another obstacle would be getting the right kind of patients. So
Sure.
if you Google my name, you'll find me. And I've had times where I've had to weed out people that just are not right for my practice. They can go somewhere else and get whatever they need, but I can be the best therapist, but not the best therapist for you. So kind of knowing that before they come in, or when they come in, realizing that this just isn't what they were looking for, and being able to say, okay, fine, not everybody will want what you're offering, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, finding that the value that you bring to your clients and finding the clients that see the most value in that experience is very, very important for kind of pinpointing the identity of your business. But no, I think your journey is really, really exciting. I think where you are is really cool compared to some of the things that you face. How are you feeling now? Has your health improved significantly? What do you kind of attribute that to?
So thankfully, I'm walking and I'm eating.
Nice.
But it's going to be chronic and it's going to be lifelong. So um, because I run my own practice, I'm able to kind of maneuver my schedule so that I'm still going to my own appointments when I need them and things like that. So I'm taking care of myself, but also making sure that my practice doesn't suffer from me taking care of myself.
Sure. No, that means a lot. So what how would you kind of sum up this whole journey? You know, the way that we kind of end the podcast usually is kind of an ode to the name of burning the ship, right? Because I think to be successful in your business, you kind of have to go all in on your business and figure out to make it a way to make it work kind of, regardless of what you're dealing with in order to be successful. And you also have to have that mindset of if I'm going to take care of my customers, I'm going to take care of my patients, I'm going to make sure that they get the treatment that they deserve because that matters to me based on who I am as a person. So, how would you sum up this whole experience, and for the people that are watching, why should they take that same bet on themselves? And if they have that entrepreneur mindset and want to go out and start something, why should they try the same thing that you tried?
So that's a great question. I think what motivates me most is my passion. So find your passion, remember the goal, find people that will support you in your journey, whether it's, physically doing things that you don't want to do or can't do. Find people that will support you mentally, because your mental health matters. And I'm very big on that, having the right support in really all aspects of your life. There are, I like to say, I've done wellness classes as well. So besides for being a massage therapist, I offer wellness classes that sort of teach people how to use massage on themselves, how to take wellness principles and utilize that in their daily life, even though our lives are so busy. So I do offer that as a service. Um, and I like to refer to the seven spheres of wellness because I think they're so important.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to go into that right now, but I think if you look online and you'll see it. It's the seven spheres of wellness, and there's different ways to make sure that you're kind of hitting your target in each of the spheres. And if you're not hitting your target, that would be a reason to kind of pull back on your business and say, wait, what am I doing differently? What can I do differently to help myself and help others? Because when you're pouring from an empty cup, you're just
Yep.
not going to get anywhere.
Yep. You just have nothing to give. No, I
Yeah.
understand. I think your journey's really cool because what you do is not easy, right? There are a bunch of people that do things in the same realm. You know, the health and wellness world has a bunch of different people doing a bunch of different things. And so from a consumer perspective, you can look around and see all of these different services and all of these different relationships that you build with providers for different things. And building that relationship with someone like yourself, building that relationship with you is very, very valuable to the longevity of your business, but to the health of your customer as well, right? So if there's anything that myself and my network can be um, or can do to be of assistance to you, please let us know. I mean, our goal in starting this podcast and continuing to do it is so that we can be an asset to small businesses that we are connected with, or people that are listening to what we're saying in our audience. So if there's any benefit that I can be to you, please let me know. We'll edit this episode over a few days, and once we put it out, I'll be in touch with you about everything. But I'm really, really excited to have you in my network and hopefully connect you with some more people up in your area that
Yeah,
I think you
please.
guys could
Anybody in New
probably bring
Jersey
some
or New
value.
York is fine.
Yeah, sure. I've got a couple of people, but I'm excited for you. So like I said,
Yeah,
if there's
thank you
anything that
so
we can
much,
do,
Bailey. This was such a nice opportunity.
yeah, anytime. So yeah, and for the audience as well, please check out Rachel. Check out her practice. Look at more things from Burn the Ship. I mean, we're interviewing people all the time in different disciplines, different industries, different verticals, and we share a lot of really good information, right? And we've learned a lot as salespeople. We've learned a lot from a payments perspective, and it means a lot that you guys listen to and turn in. So please like and subscribe. Share the video with people that you're close to in your networking groups that you're connected with from an entrepreneur perspective, and keep following along with our content because we'll be back for more. So burn the ship.